We'll go ahead and read. I'll go ahead and read the notice of public hearing. The Board of Bonneville County Commissioners will hold a public hearing on January 24th, 2024 at 10 a.m. Via Zoom and at the number listed and in the Commissioners' hearing room, Bonneville County Courthouse, 605 North Capitol Avenue, for the purpose of vacating buildings, units, and common areas within the Idaho Falls Storage Condos Plat recorded as instrument number 1346061 in the official records of Bonneville County, Idaho. The general location is portions of Idaho Falls Storage Condos Plat, Bonneville County, Idaho, located on the southeasterly side of American Way. It then gives a legal description and lists the parcel as 6.1688 acres. And this was published on the 9th of January 2024 and on the 16th of January 2024 and was signed by Roger Christensen, chairman. So to begin, we'll go ahead and hear maybe from Public Works,
Okay,
David, of what we're looking at.
yeah, this petition was to vacate portions of Idaho Falls Storage Condos Plat. It was submitted by Community Capital Fund One LLC and Idaho Falls Storage Condos Incorporated. Next slide. Next slide is the copy of their petition to vacate that we received December 12th, 2023. The next slide, I'd like to read a letter from Lacey Olson. Dear Bonneville County Commissioners, this letter concerns a request to vacate undeveloped portions of a condominium flat recorded on October 7th, 2009 for the Idaho Falls Storage Condos, 2009 condo plat, recording instrument number 1346061, Exhibit A. The 2009 plat was created to develop two parcels into a condominium containing 5 buildings with individual storage units and common areas. Only one building has been developed. The units and ownership interest making up the remaining area are owned by Community Capital Fund One LLC, CCF1. It is CCF1's intent to utilize the undeveloped portions of the real property in question. As such, the owners of the units within the existing building to make up the Idaho Falls Storage Condos Association have agreed with CCF1 to the terms outlined in the agreement enclosed herewith, Exhibit B. The owners have agreed to allow CCF1 to take zoning and other steps with the county to vacate the condominiums as reflected in the record survey included with this application as attachment A. The 2009 condo plat affects only owners who are signatories to this agreement. CCF1 is authorized by the association and the owner is requesting Bonneville County vacate undeveloped portion of the 2009 condo plat so that CCF1 may replat and develop the remaining land, and the owners of the existing building may continue to operate as a condominium. The parties have determined the 2009 condo plat is incompatible with their current plans and the existing agreement. Accordingly, until this 2009 condo plat is vacated, CCF1 will not be able to proceed with their improvements and developments. So Kate Wheeler Peterson. Okay, the next slide shows the area that's proposed for vacation outlined in yellow there. The next slide is the legal description that was provided.
Can we back up to that plat?
Sure.
The one, yeah. Okay, I just wanna make sure we had 2 or 3 revisions floating around. I wanna make sure we have the right one.
Could you state your name?
Oh, what's that?
They need to state your name for the record.
Okay, my name's Bob Sterling. I'm one of the owners of the storage condos and also the Owners Association president. And this is another owner, Greg Galloway.
After the attachment A there, this is, just sheet one of their agreement. The next slide is an aerial photograph showing the existing storage unit there, which is not proposed for vacation. Showing that there's been no development on the remainder, the portions that they're requesting to be vacated. Next slide. Petition for vacation was submitted December 12th, 2023 by Community Capital Fund 1 LLC and Idaho Falls Storage Condos Incorporated. 21 property owners within 300 feet were notified mail with return receipt requested. Notice was published in the Post Register January 9th and January 16th, 2024. I received a few phone calls on this, but none were opposed. I just wanted further clarification on exactly what was being vacated. That's all I had. I don't know, Kate, do you want to add anything to that?
Yes,
Go ahead.
my name's Kate Wheeler Peterson. I wrote the letter that was just read into the record and I represent Community Capital Fund 1. My client's representative Clay Esplin is here on Zoom as well. And the group described Community Capital Fund and the Owners Association would someday like to make more productive and logical use of the area at issue. That condo plat that was done in 2009, only the one building was ever built. My client has since acquired the individual unit interests that make up the rest and would like to have more options than the current CCNRs for the condo plat would allow for development, and the other owners are in agreement. The agreement that the owners and my client reached outlines that if vacation is approved and all other county requirements are met, what would follow is some deed work to ensure that it's really clear who owns what. And then the record survey that was submitted would also accompany those items. It's my belief that this proposal is in compliance with Idaho Code Section 1306A, which allows the board to grant their request with any restrictions they deem necessary in the public interest. I also have received no information or concerns from any of the surrounding areas. My client's been working on this project for a while, and it's somewhat unique proposal, but I appreciate county staff's assistance in helping us understand what the proper hurdles we need to pass through would be, and this is the first step. I'm happy to answer any questions, though, if the commissioners have any concerns or.
Question, I do have one. Where is this located? I mean, it shows the area.
Yeah.
Where's American Way?
So the condo plat actually covers 2 existing lots over in the Sunnyside Industrial Park.
Okay,
Subdivision.
Sunnyside Industrial.
Do you know where the Staples Distribution Center is?
Okay,
It's kitty corner from that.
Between
There's
that
two-
and Knife River.
There's 2 Staples distribution centers in that area of town.
so
It's by Knife River, a big gravel pit.
Yeah.
okay.
Other questions? Any other information from the applicants?
I reached out to all of our association members and they all agreed that they wanted to see this go through.
Okay. So there are members of the public present. We'll go ahead and turn some time over. You have some information you want to add, if you'll state your name.
My name is Marilyn Morano. I'm sorry, I'm hard of hearing. If I could ask you to speak just a little louder or more clearly so I could hear.
You bet. Do you have any comments or any information either one of you want to add?
No, we're just here to see what happens.
Okay, thank you. Austin, any information from planning and zoning that we need to be aware of?
No, we've met with them several times and
gone through the process with them, we're okay with it, so.
Okay, other questions?
No utilities are being, and no utilities are being vacated, so they were not notified.
So, Roger, you're more familiar with this. I mean, what other legal steps do we have to make sure satisfied?
It appears on the surface that they've been satisfied, because utilities, you need to make sure there's no utility easements being vacated or potential of building them over, or road rights of way. One more question if I could. The plat that's, I mean, the storage unit that's built there, is that under this ownership too, or does somebody else still own it?
No, so the existing building, my client does not own any of those unit interests. Those unit interests are owned by, I believe, 12 different people that make up the
12 or 14.
association. And the owners have all signed off on the overall agreement that discusses not only this application, but all other applications that would need to be done. And would be followed up by sort of closing with deed work and anything else that needs to make the county record clear about ownership.
Is that the row of storage units below the sign, as you turn on the sunny side there? Or is it farther back?
It's farther back, past, the Phoenix, construction company, you go back there and then their yard butlers. Right on, right where that road curves, and you go straight, you don't go around the curve, you go straight back. Brad Hall had a business right next door to us. And Knife River's gravel pits right there.
Why don't you log on? Why don't we log on and get it up on the screen so you can all see it? Oh, that sounds like oil bags on.
Yeah. Brad. Gosh, what's his last name? He's got an office. The guy that does the gas and oil, Brad Hall. Yeah, he has an office out there.
It'll help to look at that, see.
This is Brad Chapman, who just walked in. He's another owner, previous president of the association.
So there's Sunnyside Road, far north of the screen, and then on the south of the screen where all those little individual squares are is where the storage units are. This is where the plot is that they're vacating.
Okay, where's Phoenix?
Right
Where it
here.
says 38 south, it's about right there.
Yeah,
Okay. So the storage units are built, is that American Way?
American Way is the road right there.
And how will they still access it? Just through American Way?
Yeah, that, none of the access is gonna change. The reason that the existing owners had to sign off on the vacation of the plat is because it's a condo plat. So everything that's in between the platted storage units is common open space. So they all owned interest in that. So they all had to sign to make the changes to revoke their interest in the common open space and agree to the new area of common open space that'll be given to them after the
And
vacation.
that area just at the bottom under industrial, is that the gravel pit that they use for their wastewater?
That is, Knife River's gravel pit.
Oh, that's. not
That's
good.
yeah, I think that's the granny pit.
If I may, the idea here is that the existing common area that the owners right now already actually use would remain common area under the condo plat. It's just the unused area that would be
What's the
vacated.
existing area?
On the application,
Basically what's
demonstrates-
paved.
Yeah.
the part that's not included.
it'll go about 20 feet out to the east of what's paved there. It'll be 75 feet from the building towards the east.
Okay, so that will give, the new change of plat access off that common area.
No. You're asking,
The paved area will, whatever you're.
that will only be access for the storage condo owners.
Perfect.
I don't know where the, capital fund will decide where they want to access from. I would guess right off of South American Way there, but I don't know where.
Okay, that clears up, concerned with.
So when this is vacated, then does it become open to any other applied use at that time, or
So
it lifts any restrictions?
because it's a condo plat, that's basically an overlay that we're vacating. It just goes back to what the original platted lots were underneath it.
There are existing covenants and restrictions for the Sunnyside Industrial Park, which is the greater subdivision right there. And then I'm sure the existing zoning requirements, of course, would need to be met for any development when we cross that bridge.
Okay. Any other questions? No. Is there any other members of the public or anyone who would like to submit any information on this? So we'll go ahead and settle this today, or
I think we need to probably take it under advisement and have proposed findings. And then meet in the next, whenever they get it on, usually our 10 o'clock.
You wanna close the hearing first?
yeah, so if there is no other testimony, then I didn't know if we needed to act on this today, but it sounds like we will take this under advisement, so we'll close the hearing to any further public testimony. And we will review individually with our planning and zoning administrator and with Public
David.
Works, with David then. And he will get all of our ideas, our decisions. Personally, he will write that into a findings of fact. And then we will meet again. How long will this take, David? What would you estimate?
You should probably be able to have it for next week's.
Okay.
Meeting is canceled.
Oh, next week's is
Oh,
canceled.
that's right. We need to reschedule for the week after next because we're in Boise at some meetings next week. So be watching our calendar. I can't guarantee you, but it'll probably be on our calendar for, what would that be? February,
The 7th.
February 7th. It'll appear on the calendar for that date if we're gonna hear those findings then. At that time, there won't be any further comment, but we will review the findings and make a decision at that time.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
So I'm new to this. Do I need to proactively look at the calendar to see if we're on there, or am I notified somehow? Or
You
do I
won't,
need to
you won't
come?
be notified. Just watch our calendar.
Okay, and then do I need to come, or do we?
You're welcome to come. It'll be a public meeting, but there will be no further
Okay,
testimony on this.
very good.
But you're welcome to come and hear the discussion on the findings.
Okay.
It'll be on Zoom as well, so. Zoom in.
Okay. And there's instructions on the Zoom link and on the calendar.
Yeah, all our calendar provides the Zoom link. It's the same one that was available for today.
I'm just old fashioned, so I'm just looking at it.
Man after my own heart.
Hey, that goes ahead and brings us to a close then. Thank you
Okay,
Thank
for
you.
the information. Hey, Lance, what's the next item you'd like to go to on the agenda?
I think you have Russ here. Do you wanna talk with Russ about that?
Sure. Rush, you want to come on out?
Oh, you will.
We can stay in. I've been here the whole time. Discussing a proposal by another governmental entity with purchase
Okay,
county.
there's a form in that door right there, Caleb, for executive session.
There's nobody there.
As long as you don't show up each time, that's okay.
So Commissioner Christensen has been taking the lead on this with Russ, and so it sounds like we need to go into executive session.
Okay, I move that we go in executive session pursuant to Idaho Code 74-206. 1C, deliberate regarding any acquisition of interest in real property.
Second motion.
The second requires a roll call vote.
Aye.
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 Okay. We're in executive session. Russ and Coach. Oh, we don't record executive sessions. I don't think we're